Hello, Ellensburg High School. With today's video, we're going to do a little interview with our new superintendent, Mrs. Haber. Mrs. Haber?
Yes. Well, thank you so much. I'm Ginger Haber, your new superintendent here in Ellensburg, and I'm super excited about it.
Awesome. So we're just going to start right off with our first question. So what does the superintendent do here?
Well, a superintendent is basically over everything that happens in the district. So I oversee, for example, the executive director of transportation, just to make sure all the buses get there on time and that all the routes are working the way they need to. I work with our executive director of finance, and I ultimately work with the school board to make sure that our budget is where it needs to be to provide resources for you guys as students and for our staff, and to make sure that we are always balanced in our budget. And I also supervise and oversee the executive director of human resources, so I basically sign everybody's contracts and make sure that we have the staff here that we need to meet the needs of students. I supervise and empower our principals to do the work that they need to do, which they are, and we have amazing staff and amazing principals here that do great work with you guys. And then it's important for me to connect with our community and our parents. One thing that is very important to me is that students and parents and our community members have a voice in the decisions that we make here in Ellensburg. And so I see one of my biggest jobs is to create a good solid team, Bulldog Pride team here in Ellensburg, so that we can work together so that students are excelling and so that they're ready upon graduation.
So our next question is, what were you doing before this?
Yes. So I'm a native of Colorado. I actually have two boys. They are Josh and Joel. They are 24 and 26. And before here, I was a science teacher for 14 years. I was a middle school principal, a high school principal, worked with middle school and K-8 principals. And right before here, I was an assistant superintendent in Poudre School District, which is in Fort Collins, which is also a university town like Ellensburg. And as an assistant superintendent, I worked with all of the central office folks to make sure that we were supporting schools the way we needed to. And I'm super excited to be here as your superintendent.
Awesome. So why did you want this job here in Ellensburg?
Because Ellensburg is an amazing place, and I mean that sincerely. It really is. We have everything that you could want, I think, in a community here. We have our university, we have that wonderful agricultural community, we have a great strong arts community, and the business downtown area. People really work together to create that sense of community. And just heard great things about the school district, and during my interview here I thought, wow, this is really where I want to be. I want to be a superintendent because it's that opportunity to make a difference on a large scale for students, and that's exciting to me.
So what are you the most excited for this year?
I am excited to get to know and learn more about you guys as students, to really understand what that Bulldog Pride means, especially at the high school level. I'm excited about the culture work that you guys are doing at the high school. Just talked to your advisor, and she said your first PEP assembly was amazing, and that students are really into it, and really want to help out as much as I can and support that great culture that you're developing at the high school and across our whole system as well. Done a lot of great work this year already around student safety, working with our police department, our sheriff department here in Ellensburg, our fire department. We've got some different activities and trainings planned already this year to keep improving in that area. And social emotional learning, I know, is something that is really something we all want to keep working on. And so we're putting we just got a grant, as a matter of fact, to do some health around some training around mental health, and even starting a student group to learn about suicide prevention, for example, and how you guys can help each other as peers and how we can help work together as a team with that. So a lot of really great things. The STEM, something that I think is developing into a real strength here in Ellensburg. I'm super excited that we have computer science classes and a few Haven't heard about the Cyber Patriot program. That's something that Mrs. Price is starting. I had that in the high school that I was at, and a great opportunity for students to learn about cybersecurity, for example. We've got some great STEM programs going at the middle school, and of course robotics and coding at the elementary. So I think that's going to be an exciting pathway to continue to develop as well.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so our last question for you there, kind of branched off a little bit. What's your favorite high school memory?
Yes, well, I have a lot of, high school was great for me. I loved my high school experience. But my favorite experience was being in the all-school show, Godspell. When I was in high school as a freshman and sophomore, I was pretty shy, and my friend talked me into trying out for Godspell, and I was kind of hesitant at first, but once I got into it and actually found that I could stand up and sing on stage and do that successfully, it really helped me to get more confidence in myself, and was really one of my best memories.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's all of our questions we have for you today. Thanks for letting us come in and ask you a
bet.
few.
Thank you. Oh, may I ask one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
I am also excited about, I'd like to do lunch with the superintendent at the high school. And so I will have a sign-up sheet, probably about 10 students once a month. Maybe have it in the main office where students could just come and put their name on it. And your SB advisor said that she'd help me find a space. But it really isn't. Student voice is really important to me, and so that will be a great opportunity for me to be able to talk one-on-one with students and find out more about your world and what's going well and what I can do to help you.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in having lunch with our new superintendent, come talk to us or Mr. Boychek or whoever, and we'll set that up for you guys.